what's up everyone? GameDad here, and we are back with part 3 of my current N64 collection series. So we are just going to dive right in, we're going to check out what games are on the list, and we're going to check out some gameplay footage as well. Mario Party was released by Hudson Soft in 1998, and this is the first game in a brand new franchise from Nintendo where you actually got to go and play along with all of your favorite Nintendo video game characters and be able to play a board game with them. There's tons of fun mini games, and there is kind of a story to go with it, but overall it's just a really fun take on a video game version of a board game. Up next, we have Mario Party 2, released by Hudson Soft in 1999, and this game is a continuation of the original Mario Party. They give you some updated graphics, they definitely upped their game on the actual storyline, and then of course they added a bunch of new mini games and different things like that. So the game is actually a lot of fun. I prefer this one over number 1, but the next one on this list I would say is my favorite on the N64. And here it is, Mario Party 3, released by Hudson Soft in 2000, and this game, again, they revamped the graphics, they revamped the overall gameplay, and they made the game, in my opinion, a lot more fun than the previous 2 entries in the franchise. They added more of a story element to it, they added tons of new mini games, and overall the game is just a blast to play. So if you haven't picked this one up, definitely. Up next, we have Mega Man 64, released by Capcom in 2000, and honestly, I didn't really care for this game at all. I mean, I am a fan of Mega Man. I love the original Mega Man games, and even Mega Man 11, the latest entry, was awesome in my opinion. But this game, I don't know, it felt like it was trying way too hard to jump onto the 3D bandwagon, and I don't think that they did a very good job doing it. Up next is Milos Astro Lanes, released by Player One in 1998, and as you might expect, it is a bowling game. It has some different kind of like physics sort of stuff to it, but overall that's exactly what it is. It is a bowling game. You go through with different kinds of bowling balls, like as you can see this one, it looks like it's got like lava flowing through it or something, and they tried to do the whole 3D thing, but Milo himself, he just looks creepy in my opinion. Up next is Mission Impossible, released by Infogrames Multimedia in 1998, and this game has a very GoldenEye feel on the surface, but it doesn't control as well. And, I mean, it was okay. I did like that this actually had a dedicated zoom button for whenever you need to zoom in and fire at people, so that was pretty nice, but overall, I didn't really care for this game all that much. And here's an obvious classic, that is Monopoly, released by Mind's Eye Productions in 1999. Now, I don't say classic because it's a classic N64 game. I say classic just because, you know, it's a classic board game Monopoly. It is pretty cool that, you know, you get all the different animations for all the different little pieces that move around. The 3D effects are pretty neat in this game, but overall, at its core, it is just a Monopoly game. So if you like Monopoly, you'll probably like this game. If you don't, you'll probably hate it. Up next is Monster Truck Madness 64, released by Edge of Reality in 1999. Now, I remember first playing Monster Truck Madness on PC years and years and years ago. It was one of my first computer games, actually, with, like, you know, actual 3D graphics. And I gotta say, this came out way later than that game, and it controls and looks worse. I don't know why it looks like it does on N64, or why it controls the way it does, but I was not impressed. And up next, we have Mortal Kombat 4, released by Eurocom in 1998. And this is another one of those games where they were trying way too hard to make it 3D. There are already other 3D games in this kind of gaming landscape that did it right, and I think they got it wrong with Mortal Kombat 4 on the N64. I mean, it looks blocky, it doesn't look that great, and overall, it didn't play that well either. Up next is Mortal Kombat Trilogy, released by Midway in 1996, and this game, in my opinion, is far superior to Mortal Kombat 4. It is a lot more fun, it has more of that classic Mortal Kombat vibe to it, and it controls much easier, and I think it looks way better. It's not that forced 3D aspect. Instead, it just looks like, you know, an awesome Mortal Kombat game. Here we have MRC Racing Championship, released by Genki in 1997, and this game, on the surface, it looks like an okay racing game, but actually it was pretty fun. The controls were not half bad in it. It did get a little weird with drifting and stuff like that. Your car would kind of slip out, but overall, I mean, the game was actually pretty fun. I figured it would be more of a budget title, and it really wasn't. Here we have the Namco Museum 64, released by Mass Media in 1999, and this is exactly what you would expect. It's a museum of classic Namco games, and you just go through, play them, and have some fun playing the classics. You got Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Dig Dug, and a couple others, and overall, I mean, yeah, if you want to play some classics on the N64, this is the way to do it. Here we have NASCAR 99, released by Stormfront Studios in 1998. And I don't understand the purpose of games like this. You're literally just driving in a giant oval. I mean, I don't understand why this is fun. I'm just driving, and I turn a little bit, and then I drive some more, and I turn a little bit. And here we have NASCAR 2000, released by Stormfront Studios in 1999. And this game, it controls the same. I do like the HUD and the colors a little more, but the graphics, I don't feel like they really updated them for this next year. Normally you get kind of a nice boost from year to year, but this one I don't think really had it. The controls did control a little bit better, so that was nice. They were kind of fine-tuned more. But overall, I mean, yeah, you still just make a bunch of left turns. Up next is NBA Courtside, released by Left Field Productions in 1998, and this is the start of the onslaught of sports games. So, it's a basketball game. You're going through, you play as whatever team you want, and that's pretty much it. I mean, its controls were a little cumbersome at first, but eventually I got the hang of it, and I mean, it was an okay basketball game. Up next is NBA Courtside 2, released by Left Field Productions in 1999, and this game definitely got a graphics jump in it, and it shows. It also has you zoomed in a little bit more on all the players, so you could see more of the details. I thought the gameplay was a little better in this too. It was smoother, but overall it was the same gameplay mechanics as the first one. I mean, you can't change much about the rules of basketball, right? And here we have NBA Hang Time, released by Midway in 1997, and this game instantly gave me NBA Jam vibes. And I mean, it essentially is NBA Jam, but everybody already has like big head mode turned on, kind of. And overall, I mean, the gameplay was okay, but it felt like just a cheap knockoff of like Sega Genesis NBA Jam. Here we have NBA In the Zone 98, released by Konami in 1998, and this game felt like the most realistic of all the basketball games that will be in this video. It was definitely more like team-centered and really passing and getting all around the court instead of focusing on flashy things, flipping through the air, stuff like that. So you really got more of an actual playing a basketball game vibe. Here we have NBA Jam 2000, released by Iguana Entertainment in 1999. Now, I'm a huge fan of NBA Jam on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. I do prefer the Genesis version, but I gotta say, I was super let down by this game. It looks good. It has similar gameplay mechanics as the original NBA Jam games, but I don't think it's anywhere near as good. I mean, it's just, there's way too many controls. Up next, we have NBA Live 99, released by NewFX in 1998. And this one, it has realism to it in the sense of how you play the game. But as you can see, the characters are a little, like, I don't know, over bright. And they look a little cartoony to me. But overall, I mean, it's just yet another basketball. Now here is NBA Live 2000, released by NewFX in 1999, and very similar to the previous one, but I gotta be honest, I think the graphics look worse in this one. I don't know what it is. I mean, they did add like some reflective shadows, things like that, but overall, I mean, I thought 99 was better than 2000. Up next is NBA Showtime, released by Eurocom in 1999. And Eurocom, man, they know how to make a basketball game. This one was a ton of fun. I had the same nostalgic feel for this game as I did for the original NBA Jam games. And, I mean, it's just classic 2-on-2. You're going through, you're playing, you pick your characters, all that kind of stuff. But it's just awesome. You're just running back and forth, playing ball, and having a great time. And here we have NFL Quarterback Club 98, released by Iguana Entertainment in 1997. And this game and the subsequent ones, to me, look like garbage. I mean, cool, they have like a little rain effect going there. That's kind of neat, technically speaking. But overall, I mean, I think there are better NFL games on the N64. For instance, NFL Blitz. I just wish I had that one in my collection. Here is NFL Quarterback Club 99, released by Iguana Entertainment in 1998. And this game is just the same kind of thing. As you can see, it got a huge graphic jump, though. So it looks way better than the other game. But it's still the same game. I mean, all of these sports games, they're all essentially the same thing. So I'm not sure why they made so many different versions of the same thing. Last up for these games is NFL Quarterback Club 2000, released by Iguana Entertainment in 1999. Again, more of the same, but just like with previous games, I don't know, this version doesn't look as good as the previous one in this video. I don't know what it is. It looks like grainier, a little more blocky. I don't know. I was not impressed. And here's a sport I know even less about, and that is NHL Breakaway 98, released by Iguana Entertainment in 1998. So I know like ice hockey and stuff like that on the NES is super fun, but I don't understand these games. I don't like ice physics, and I just do not understand the rules of hockey. So I just keep hitting the puck around, and people keep getting mad at me in the game. Last up for this video is Ogre Battle 64, released by Quest in 1999, and this is an Atlas game, so you know that it's a big game. You know that it's a massive adventure, and that's exactly what this is. As you can see, they have a sprite style, look for the graphics, but overall it's very word heavy in the beginning, so be prepared for that. But it is also a very highly rated N64 game. So there you have it, everyone. That is everything that is on the list for part 3. Now keep an eye out over the next 2 weeks because we will have parts 4 and 5 coming out to finish up my N64 collection series. Now if you guys liked today's video, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.